What up, nerds? If you're a little confused about this setup, if you missed my video where I went over my 2023 channel plans and goals, one of the things I mentioned was adding more long content in the form of planning, journaling, fountain pen stationery. There are a lot of things to keep track of, and I do that by using the Hobonichi Techo planner. This is the 2023. I have already started working on it a little bit before I got this bright idea of, gosh, I said I was going to start doing extra content on the channel related to this. Maybe I should stop and film the rest of it. So I have gotten a little bit ahead. I do have a little short of how I actually decorated the cover. The cover is actually very plain. I haven't decorated my 2022 one. This is what it looks like. It's very plain. They make so many different types of covers that you can get for these. This is the most popular planner in Japan. I would be hard pressed not to find this one in the top 5, if not top 3 planners in other countries as well, especially the US. So the little cover that I have on here is just a little clear plastic cover that I got off Amazon. The decoration, I actually cut up paper that wrapped up a little bundle of stickers and washi tape that I bought from a shop called Every Minute a Story, which you will be seeing and hearing a lot about on this channel because I use a lot of their stickers and their washi tape. But they had a Reader's Gonna Read bundle that I had to have, and it came wrapped in this really pretty vellum paper, and I was gonna throw it away, and I thought, wait a minute, I have a good idea for this. So I cut it up and I took a little glue thingy. This little thing here, in fact, I forget what they call these. I'll have it linked down in the description box below, but it's just a little glue thing. And I put it on the back and I just stuck it on there, and then I put this little clear plastic cover on here, and I just love it. I think it turned out so well. So flipping into the Hobonichi Cousin, I absolutely love this planner because it has so many different ways to use it. I'm going to go over the way that I use mine, and there are no shortage of videos that you can find on YouTube where you will find 12 different people who use it 12 different ways. So each month is listed out here all the way through December, and you have each month, you've got a little block here for information, and then you have each day of the month listed here, and then another block. This is going to be my daily pages read tracker. I'm going to color code genres and then write the number of pages I read in that color code. Like, let's say on January 1st, I decide that science fiction is going to be yellow, and I read a science fiction story that's 18 pages. So I'll put a little yellow dot here and I'll write 18. And then at the end of the month, I'll be able to tally all the pages read according to genre easily. One thing I do not do in pages read tracker is differentiate between digital, physical, and audio, because I actually utilize all 3 for every book that it is possible. So I'm going to use this section right here to track total number of pages read per month, total number of books read, total number of novellas, short stories. You get the idea. I'm also going to start something that I wish I'd started day one with the channel. I'm going to write down the number of subscribers I have at the beginning of the month, and then the number that I have at the end of the month. Down here, I'm going to track all of the books that I read each month. If you've been around my channel a while, you're going to think that's not going to be enough space every month. I know, and I think I have a cute way to fix that little situation when it arises, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. So now let's flip over here. This is the month at a glance spread, and as you can see, I've already started decorating this one. For this particular month in January, I am using a kit that I got from the Coffee Monsters company, and I love this store. I spend so much money at Helen's shop. She has the cutest stickers. Between her and Every Minute a Story, they get all my money. They're so precious. They're my favorites. But this section here I use to keep track of what YouTube video is scheduled for what day. Other things that go here are things I need to be well aware of for planning purposes. I'm also down here going to use this section for a sort of currently inked. Every month I am that weirdo that I ink my fountain pens to match either the season or the holiday that might be this month. I do a little swatch of the ink that I'm using and write the pen that it's in. just to have a record, because I think that would be fun, you know, just to see what pen I use, what inks, because both my fountain pen and my ink collection are steadily growing. So I think I'm going to use that section here for that. The next section we're going to flip to is the weekly view for the Hobonichi Cousin. The weekly section of the Hobonichi is so versatile. It has so many different types of uses. I used to use it for my daily to-do list, and then I didn't like that so much. I switched to sort of using it as a scheduling. I didn't like that because I sort of changed that around. So then I started back planning in it, and then I started using it as a sort of memory planner. And I make it fun by using washi and stickers. Let's see, I have my 2022. So here's an example of what I do. Like, this was Halloween. As you can see, the little characters are dressed up. And then I just use markers and stickers, and I write down what all I did in that day just to have a little bit of a reminder. I was writing down like what chapters I read and what books I was reading. So I'm going to continue using it as a memory planner in 2023, but I have some ideas on how I'm going to change that. And then the section here I like to use for planning what videos I want to film and what videos need to be edited. Between the weekly pages and the daily pages, we have a couple of blank pages here that's called Turning the Page to a New Year. These two pages are going to be checklists, perpetual checklists. An example that I can show you that I just used in the back of this one are review sites. These are currently all of the sites that I leave my written reviews on. And I don't want to remember all that, and I don't want to miss one when I'm posting them. So I just keep a checklist here, and I just go down this list every time I review a book. Which, if you're looking at this list and you see somewhere else that I can review, let me know in the comments and I'll add it to my list. So I'm going to have that list moved here for 2023. And then we get to the daily pages. We do have a blank page that comes at the beginning of the month. This is what I use to write my TBR on for the month, all the books I'm going to read. I do so many different things when I design this page. Sometimes I will paint on it. Sometimes I use silicone stamps on it. I have no idea what I am going to do here for January, but I'm going to brainstorm that and see what I come up with. And then the daily pages I use for my to-do list on the left-hand side. The right-hand side I use as my reading journal. Let's see, I'll show you some examples. Like, on this particular day, I edited a video clearly because I wrote some notes. I continued some notes from the day before, so I started reading Heart of the Sun Warrior on December 12th. I'm still reading it here on the 13th and making notes. So you can clearly see this is December 13th. I'm using red and green inks in my fountain pens. I've got some fun little washi tape here that I got off Amazon that I like to stick in. I have a lot of fun drawing for the books that I'm reading and reviewing. There's one page I just randomly painted a Christmas tree on. Terribly. I am going to try and get better about painting. But this is what I care about. This is what I want to remember when I go back and look through my journal. The things that I read that day. There's an example of my TBR page. But I have a lot of fun keeping this journal. It makes reading fun. It helps me make sure I'm writing the review that I'm going to be proud of. Oh, and I totally forgot from Every Minute a Story, I got some 2023 stuff. So let's have a little fun sticking these in. So actually, I think that's really all I can do forward planning. Once I start filling in and things happen during the month, when I have open places, I'll fill that in with some of my remainder stickers that I have for the new year. I have some cute weekly ones I'm going to use after that first week, but we'll go through that as we get to them. But as far as forward planning, I just have my little sticker there. And then here is my monthly one, which I absolutely did nothing except add a 2023 sticker since I did that before I brought y'all in. Put a little bit of decoration on New Year's Eve and the first day of the year. Started out my little spread here, which I realize now I should have put that up there. I think these were meant to be above there, and then I could have put the other ones down here. Well, it's done now. That's the bad thing about using stickers and just plopping stuff where you want it. So I have my first weekly spread ready to go. And then I got my first day decorated and ready to go, which this is part of the process for me. One of the things you're going to see on my to-do list somewhere is to go back and memory plan on my weekly spread, the things that I did on that first day of the year. Another one is going to be get ready for tomorrow, which I'll come and decorate this page with. I'll have to decide what theme I'm going to go with. Probably gonna use my little wintry theme one before it's no longer winter, even though it is never winter here in Central Florida. So we're gonna have a lot of fun decorating in this planner and talking about it, seeing which of these new ways of using this planner this year is gonna work for me, the changes I'll make, tweaks going forward. I hope together we can find some fun ways to decorate, design our journals and planners, and just ways that we track the things that are important to us. So if you are interested, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button on your way out today. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.